before I get in the water, I want to cast Mage Hand sneakily, and so then it'll go under Augie and tickle him in the water.
I dive in hard. I start looking, got my Kopesh out, and I'm like, "What are you, fucker?" Start just barrel rolling inside. Come on, I'm waiting.
Just seeing splashing going on, just like maybe there's a crocodile right
Pop
there.
out. I don't see it. It came after me. I don't see it. I jump back in.
Keep looking.
Hi. I start just going hard.
Oh my god.
What are you?
That's so good.
Come right back. Hazel, get in. We're going after it.
Okay, I should probably go help now. Then I'll like run in, and then I'm gonna jump, and as I jump, I'm gonna wild shape into my giant seahorse.
Previously, as you have made yourself across the Woeston Desert to the Oasis of 1,000 Lanterns, you have been met by a paradise hidden amongst the sands and rocks of the northern desert of Alkut. You've come to this oasis, the home of the Ishkatari nomads, a grouping of various tribes that have created here a society and a dedication, a temple to the Kindred god of death, Sobnu. As you have settled in with Omar at the inn built into the side of the cliff, a couple of things happened. You ran into an old friend, Jean-Baptiste Duval. You ran into a new colleague of his, Everett Zaid, and a woman, Heba, who seems to traffic goods primarily in the form of rare herbs and plant materials across Albuquerque, the sort of city between the north and southern part of the continent. Shun was startled by the view of Omar and ran out into the desert, where he was confronted by the warden, his patron, in an exchange for finding out whether or not the person who stabbed him was in fact his wife, or maybe somebody disguised as them. Shun had agreed to, when in the temple of Sobnu, steal a sacred feather from an altar from Sobnu's vulture form. Shun shared this information with Sabhir up front, and tension seemed to grow, but the friendship and love still perseveres, it would seem, although tenuously. The following morning, you met up with Rahel, the high priestess of Sobnu's vulture form, who led you to this entrance of the temple, where, as you were expected to have the temple opened for you to connect with Sobnu and find out why Sabhir has been a chosen of this god of death, you were instead met with the mutilated and desecrated corpse of a air ganassi, or a water ganassi, that was traveling with you. Leora's corpse, her chest cavity open, her organs asplay, and runes written in her blood in a circular form around her as her body rests afloat, impaled on a spear, desecrating the ground here. The other priests of Sobnu bickering back and forth about what to do, two of them wanting to open the temple and seek Sobnu's guidance on what to do with this act of heresy, and the others wanted to keep it closed for fear of having the desecration run into the temple. Sabhir, you met Sefu, the Yuan-Ti priest of Sobnu, someone who follows the crocodile form. And you were, as you made a note that nobody was paying attention to the body and just bickering amongst themselves and not giving the dignity to those who have passed, that would be a sacred thing to do, Sefu set a test for you to perform a cleansing ritual. You wrapped up the body, cast a ritual, and the body submerged into the oasis. From it, Leora's lantern arose, giving you the memory of the night of her murder. You now stand on the temple steps behind Sabhir, waist deep in the waters of the oasis, having allowed Leora's body to pass, but her spirit remains in the lantern form. You have 3 things that you can do. Can find the murderer, consecrate the ground, or you can try to brute force your way into the temple itself by taking the Path of the Damned, which is an underwater path into the temple. The priests sit behind you. The crowd of all the other nomads surround the scene. And the scene is yours.
Sifu,
Yes.
let me get this straight. 3 options. 1 underwater. 1 with the perpetrator. And 1 consecrating this land. Am I correct?
Well, Rahel and I believe that opening the temple gates, entering and seeking the guidance of Sobnu is the prudent form. We cannot do so unless we all come to an accord. Nashara, and you look and you see the knoll with a surly look about her, with her pack of individuals. Yeah, she's growling a little bit, a little howl, displeased with the situation. Nashara and Tashir, and you look at the fire Ganassi in the black simple robes, believe that we should keep the temple closed for fear of the desecration entering the temple. I believe if we begin to find out at least who is behind this, maybe there will be a sway of opinion, and maybe the temple gates could be opened for you without the need of taking the Path of the Damned. Though I cannot guarantee that we will reach a quorum on that.
How much power do you hold amongst your others?
We hold equal parts of power.
In all of you agree that consecrating this land is important.
I would say that it is the most important.
Would it not make sense for at least our party to go after the perpetrator while you work alongside these to consecrate the land?
That is certainly an option. We can make an attempt to try to remove the heretical markings. However, and he kind of like takes you by the shoulder and starts kind of moving you away from the crowds and all that, because everybody's observing. I am not a chosen of Sobnu. I am a devout follower that have some interaction. I believe, as a chosen, this may be a task that has been set before you as a test. Death itself is not a bad thing to us. The desecration of a body, especially of a priestess of Sobnu, that is what is heresy. We can begin a consecration ritual, but we will need your assistance. At the very least, I believe that it is necessary to include you and your companions.
If I am needed for this consecration, why would my friends need to be here?
They are welcome to leave. Though
What I am trying to ask is, obviously the evil needs to be quenched,
yes,
or quelled, rather.
what I think we can do is, and you kind of see him like look out to the oasis, and as described before, the desecration and the venom of this heretical act starts to kind of is been spreading. You see some of the trees starting to wilt a little bit, and the water starting to darken and become a little more tumultuous, more murky. I believe the prudent thing to do is to try to hold back the spread. I think that I can get Rahel, Nashara, and Tashir to help me sort of hold it back, hold it in place. At least most of us. And then somebody can help you collect the items needed to perform the consecration.
There are items. What type? What form?
Well, pull this up. Every desecration is made by anchors. Whoever performed this has to have set an anchor point for the term that's used colloquially is exaptive magic. We just call it heresy. But this is a perversion of the divine. Find the anchor points that were used for this. Undo them. Then you will need to collect the lantern stem. It is a scale on the back of the crocodiles that live in the oasis.
Crocodiles just have scales on them. Or
They are loose. There are many ways to collect them, but dive into the oasis, find one of them. They are difficult to find.
do you mean actual scales from a crocodile, or do you mean weighing scales? I've seen both.
No, like
Probably.
like the reptile scales, like the leathery, armored skin.
That makes way more sense.
Yes.
Alright, well, I could probably get a start at one.
Then, at the cliff top, you take an egg from the nest of one of the vultures. And at dusk, from the cliff top, somebody sets the egg ablaze, allows the ashes to fall on the desecrated ground, while using the lantern stem to consecrate the area.
Hazel, are you able to coerce a bird to let you take its baby?
Probably not. But I can just try to take it.
You could. Okay.
All right. Well, worst case scenario, at least you'll be the one setting fire to it.
Or I could like pretend to be a bird and then distract it. You know.
Do the mating dance.
Yeah. But that could that could end up being weird, so I don't know about that.
What is with you and
But-
all these things you're trying to mate with you? Good lord.
I know. They don't
Birds,
seem to get it.
boys.
I'm not interested.
Mhm.
Ugh, how rude.
Now,
Ugh.
I should mention the way to burn the egg. It must be placed in a special lantern that you must carry up the cliffside. And it must stay alight the entire way up.
The egg or the land?
The lantern.
Is this one of those spirit lights or like a fire?
No, a real firelight.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, we have a real fire go.
So collect the lantern stem, light it, carry it up the mountain. With egg in hand.
I will provide
Wait till dusk.
the lantern that must stay alight.
Cool.
Then
And
the lantern
Gale-
stem you must collect from from one of the crocodiles.
And that is the scale?
That is the scale.
Mm.
oh, all right, sure.
Okay, so it's a.
Oh,
one
the
lantern
lantern
battery
stem
situation.
is the scale.
All right, yeah.
Got it. Okay. What other fun things do we need to have for this to work? Or is it just those two?
Just those two items. The lantern will be provided, but the first thing to do is to find the anchor points of the desecration and remove them.
Okay. Well,
Do you
I-
have anything that could maybe guide our path to these anchor points?
And he looks around, and so as you look at the steps, there's the statues, as I mentioned before, and the statues, the two statues, there's two vultures, and then there's two crocodiles, and then there's two hyenas that lead up to the temple with the giant head of the vulture. And as you see the statues, at the base of these statues, there are offerings of all sorts, prayers, gifts, incense that has been burned, feathers of vultures, eggshells of vultures, scales from crocodiles, plants, flowers, all sorts of stuff. Investigating these shrines, these offerings, might provide an answer. I would also look at the desecrated ground itself. Now, before things get worse, I must begin the ritual with the other priests to sustain the consecration in place. We will be available for questions.
How long do you think you have?
And right now it's still morning. We have never tested it. But this must be done by dusk.
That is how long you can hold out.
That is what I believe we will be capable of. And
All right.
there is still the issue of whoever perpetuated this heresy.
true, they're probably out
True.
there.
And
So
you
is this
see-
sort of a divide and conquer situation?
However you go about it is entirely up to you. I believe Nashara's pack will make themselves available for either tasks if you need some further assistance.
Right?
But
Off
yes,
the rip, I feel like Augie and Hazel, you two would probably be good with the alligator, and I can help Sabhir at least start the search. I have kind of like an inkling of where a ne'er-do-well might go.
All right. I was about to shout out to the sea swim, but Hazel, how you feeling about it?
Sure.
Right?
I'm down.
Could the perpetrator use one of these things in the consecrating to make their way into the temple without you opening?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
The temple can only be opened by the key formed by the 4 priests.
Or
Would it
by
be-
going under
would-
the water.
Or by
Would
going
it
through the
provide-
path of the damned.
Would it provide safer passage?
To go through the front door? Yes.
To go.
Would these items
Into the
provide
water.
safer passage going through the path of the damned?
Also, Steve, your mic's clipping.
It is possible, but someone who may have... Someone who has performed an act of heresy, I don't believe will be allowed to go through. The path of Sobnu is treacherous. It is guarded by the dead, the damned, who do not make it, who are judged by Sobnu and found wanting. And the path changes depending on the souls that go in. Is it possible? Maybe. Is it probable? I would not count on it.
My only thought was maybe the murderer could possibly be at one of these locations.
Like, is there any purpose for why the murderer would want these items themselves? Is there any other purpose to the Scaleneck?
Those are, as far as we know, the only application to these are for cleansing rituals of the highest degree.
And a bastardization of these things would further this blight, most likely.
It is likely.
So maybe, Sabhir, you were onto something.
I knew that. I was just trying to play coy.
Insight check.
Safu also wants to
17.
do an insight check. Nat 1.
18.
I fail.
Oh,
I'm not even going to roll. I am bullshitting it out of my ass right now.
okay. I think now is not the time to play coy.
Of course. I should be out in front. No hiding of things. I understand.
Okay. The 4 high priests come together. They form around the circle. And you see that they start chanting. And they try to contain the heresy there. And there's a pulsing of energy that you don't see, but you can feel. It comes and goes in the form of a heartbeat. And they stand around the circle, close their eyes, and you can feel this energy, this necrotic sort of energy, radiate through them. Small tendrils of white and black smoke start to surround them as they chant. There's still access to the circle, to the heretical circle.
And just to clarify, they do have people watching around the temple, right?
Like guards?
Just, there's been an attack, maybe double.
There's a crowd. It's starting to dissipate a little bit, but there's still a lot of people kind of observing what's going on. There's people kneeling and like praying. There's people going to the shrines and putting down more offerings. So there's a couple of people surrounding some of the altars, some of the statues. You see that there are people that are going into the water. They're starting to kind of like just sit in the water and pray. There's a form of baptism that you saw take place earlier in the day. and just kind of like a bunch of onlookers.
But like the clerical people, like, do they have people within their domain kind of
So something
just
like
monitoring
guard.
nobody's trying to fuck around?
Yeah. There's some.
Is there security?
Yeah, the
Is there
guards.
security?
The guards that were like keeping the circle away, keeping the crowd away. There are people who are more in armor and they have spears, and they are observing and kind of like keeping an eye for any kind of undue activity.
Okay, cool.
Wait, Hazel.
Yes.
How much of the mushrooms do you have?
I have, I think, an unlimited number of them, but I can only use them once a day.
Oh, okay. How much are ready to be used today?
I can find out. Let me roll and figure it out. I rolled a 12 divided by 4. 3 hours apiece.
No, you get more than that.
Oh, I only rolled a 12 though. I thought it was my survival was the number of hours that I got.
No, survival
And then I
is
get-
the skill check, and that is associated with a number. So for 12, let me see.
12 on the die.
Yeah, is it
No,
12 on the
8.
die, or is it
No, it's 8 on the die plus my 4 for survival.
God.
Sorry, Sabhir. I haven't used them for a while and I forgot how they work.
They must be delicious.
They just keep smiling at me.
No, you're...
I think I maybe ate too many of them last time. I don't remember what happened.
Huggy just like kicking the sand, thinking like, mushroom.
They're your
Alright.
favorite, Augie. I've
Yeah,
been
my
trying to like
fucking-
mash them up and stick them in your food, you know?
It's not subtle, you know. It's really not.
You know, I would be overjoyed to have like my own voice in my head all the time.
Well, you know, it's good
wait,
that it's
I
in
do.
your head all the time. Yeah, that's right.
Well, you're just a lucky duck.
I
You
guess
get to
so.
hear my voice.
Yeah. Ducks
Okay.
are surprisingly lucky, by the way.
12.
Very strange.
Yes.
You have 16 hours to divide amongst yourselves.
16.
Okay, then
Wow.
we have 4 hours apiece whenever you want to take it.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I think I have an idea. But I need your permission. Would I be able to share with others?
You guys have as much as you guys have 16 hours worth. You can each take 30 minutes and then give another 15 hours to whoever, or 14 hours to whoever else you want. Like, you can divide it as much as you want.
Sure. I mean, you can give it to other people. We can make it just not 4 hours apiece. It's just 16 hours total. So
Okay.
you can
okay,
share it
so-
with whoever you want.
Okay, so 3.
But you
Question
have to
about
make
the
sure to
mush-
give Augie at least 30 minutes. It's my fee.
You said it's 14 hours or 16 hours?
16.
16.
Okay.
Question
I
about
guess-
the mushrooms.
Yeah.
They only transmit thoughts, but they also can transmit feelings. Have we gleaned any other effects from these things? Like, do they let other people kind of like delve into like deeper?
It's
You mean
fungi
like the detect
shortwave
thoughts
radio.
Got it.
But you are able, because you are connected in such a way, you can, aside from just like speaking into each other's minds, you are able to conjure up images and to share emotions willingly. When you first got involved with the mushrooms, there was kind of an unregulated consumption and not really understanding of what this was. So initially, Hazel and Sabhir felt each other's emotions kind of passively without really intending on it when they first got exposed to it. But with use now, there's a little more control, and you guys can decide what you want or not to share.
Okay.
You
Okay.
could try to peer into someone's mind deeper if you wanted to. Whether that would work or not, I don't know.
Augie.
No. I'm not. I don't know what you're gonna say, but no.
Okay.
Are you okay with me sharing, Hazel? I know they are precious mushrooms, but are you okay with it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You know, I always hate being the main star.
Uh,
But you're
I
so
will
good
try-
at it.
Ah, shucks.
I what's it go?
No, go ahead. I was literally
Okay.
just gonna make a joke, so it's not relevant. Just go ahead.
I would like to find the crocodile statue. How high does it stand?
The crocodile statue is there's two of them facing each other in the pathway up towards the temple, one on either side. The altar itself is a little shorter to like where your head is, and then on that is the statue at length.
And how tall is that statue?
You could climb up it with a little difficulty, but you wouldn't require a check on your behalf. We'll say it that way.
I would like to climb up the crocodile statue.
You approach one of the crocodile statues, and you see that there's like the offerings and things that are there, and there's people kind of praying at this statue at the moment. You can make out prayers that are for the lost souls and stuff like that, but there's a space where you can go around them and like climb up on the statue.
Excuse me. I am not desecrating. I am sorry. Keep praying. Keep praying. I am here to try to help you.
And I'll just climb up. And as I get to the top,
As you climb, everybody's like, "What the fuck?" Like, and then you see kind of like some people are like, "He's the chosen," and some people are like, "He is heresy. He's the one who did this. No, he is the one who's going to save us. He's the one who's going to damn us." You stand up.
I get all the way up to the top of the crocodile, and I cast thaumaturgy.
Oh,
I would like
Shit.
to alter my voice, and it booms up to 3 times as loud for a minute.
Okay.
yeah.
People of the Oasis, please come to the temple. Heads of households, anybody who can protect us. There has been a desecration of this land, and we, the Galavantiers, seek to rid this evil, but we need your help.
Why did he pronounce it wrong?
Galavantiers.
Galavantiers.
There we go.
Okay.
Find the red-headed druid, Elfin. You will see her. You will know her. Ask for mushrooms. They will help us. Just please let me explain.
Oh,
We will be connected in thought, all of us. One mind, one soul.
Holy shit.
Take it at your discretion. If you see a perpetrator, the murderer, anybody that seeks ill will, take the mushroom. We will be able to communicate. We will be able to help.
Okay.
We are setting off to consecrate these lands. Make this plane holy once again. But we need all of you.
Okay. I'm gonna say make a persuasion or performance check.
Can I give him the help?
What do you do
By
to help?
lifting Hazel up.
you know what? I'll add to that by using one of my giant forms and lifting Shun up.
You get advantage.
Double advantage?
No.
What if we do a really sick backflip?
If you do a real
Did you
life really
consider
sick
that?
backflip, I'll give you double advantage.
I can't do it. Oh no.
You made me so nervous there.
And that's how we watched a guy die on screen.
It's
That is
the
a
band.
that is a 17
Just
performance
episode
for
of Black.
persuasion.
17.
Charity next year.
Okay.
Next week. Steve.
About 17 out of 20. For every 20 people, 17 of them come to you and seek the mushrooms, the spores, to connect, and some of them are doing it kind of like yeah, let's find this guy, let's kill him, let's root this out, this heresy, and some of them are like very much like, oh, this is the salvation, this is what will bring us, and then the other percentage of people, the minority of people, they are staying away. And you can see that this is kind of sowing a little bit of discord among some of the people. They are, they're saying that this is heresy. You are being blamed for this. They're saying that you're the person who did it. Some people are accusing you. Some people are accusing the people who don't belong, like the other three, an elf with red hair and green, like foresty themes of life does not belong in an area where death is worshipped. A devil person with horns clearly connected to the hells and the abyss does not belong here. A water person who does not belong in the dry desert does not belong here. Very completely opposed to everything that the Oasis and the god of death stands for. So there's a lot of discord, but the majority of people do come. And as you guys take the spores, you feel this connection to how many people are you going to give mushrooms to? For how long are we giving everybody a few? Yeah.
I'm opting out.
You're opting out.
Ooh.
Okay. So,
Okay.
how many minutes do you
Is
want?
that an option for me?
It's always an option.
I can just
Okay.
imagine Hazel. Just eat it. Eat it.
Honestly, I'll give my portion up, so then Sabhir can give it to one more other person.
Okay.
Well,
How
I guess
long
I think we should like defer to Sabhir here, right? I mean, if Shun wants to opt out, he opts out. But like the goal. I'm gonna switch to Oggy. Right. So the goal here is that everybody's in touch, sort of on the same page here. It seems like at least Hazel and I understand our mission, and it does not require sort of being in the know of the investigation. So maybe you just divide it amongst them. Do you?
I am just trying to keep these people safe. And if they see something, me and Shun, we are going to be going after, investigating and trying to go after an egg while you guys are going after the crocodile. It only seems, I don't know, smart for us to use it for hours on end and for the people to have a small semblance of it to take when needed.
Yeah, and you are the cleric. This will be good PR.
Before we sort of go down this path that we've set for ourselves, as Agi's nose starts to bleed, Hazel, what level are you right now?
She's 4.
4. Okay. So you should be able to swim, right? You should be able to like wild shape something to swim.
Yeah, she has swimming forms.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, we're good.
Okay.
You're bleed. Do you need healing, Oggy?
No, why? Is something
No.
wrong?
It appears that your brain is bleeding.
Oh,
Is it too dry out here? One of those people
I-
said you look a little, you know.
well, I don't know why that happened, but I feel fine. Yes, you know, it's just one of those things. Perhaps the comment about the dry air got to really noticing it now in my body.
We are outsiders, yes. But if we can, I don't know, do good here.
I love that idea. Sounds lovely. And you know, it's been a while since I've sparred with any sort of creature beneath the waves. So let's go.
Okay.
All
And
right.
then I will reiterate, using thaumaturgy, the idea that for the people that do want to come forward, to use them as needed, because if Shun is giving up his, and we're still taking ours, I was going to say like we take 4 hours each, and then have 4 hours split up amongst the people.
Okay, and you'll
Since-
inform them that don't take it right now, but take it
If they see
as if when you get information. So hold on to
Yes.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Creating a network, a shrooms
A
wireless.
mycelium network.
A couple of the volunteers get a little too excited and they take it immediately and they go, "Oh, shit."
It is okay. It is okay.
Uh,
We haven't taken ours,
uh,
but
uh.
right now, both of you can talk to one another. Once we take ours, we'll be able to communicate together.
Okay.
Yours is going to wear off in some time. That is why we told you to wait.
Sorry. Yeah, we're sorry. We were just here, a chosen of Sobnu, and we'll go find the killer right now.
Whoa!
And they run off.
Go. For Sobnu.
I throw my spear at their feet.
Oh shit!
Make an attack roll.
As in not without.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
It lands. It just whizzes past both of their ears, lands right there in between them with a thunder from overhead, and you have everybody's attention.
You two are not fighters, and everyone around here are not fighters. We, the Galavantiers, we have been through so much, and we have fought many a beast, and many an evil. Let us handle it, and do not throw your lives away. Do you want to end up here as one of the lanterns? That is what I thought. Now please, go to your homes and board up, and let us know if any evil occurs.
Augie in giant form standing behind him, just getting ready, like cracking his neck, getting ready to go into the water to fight a crocodile. It's just like looking at them, trying to emphasize the point he's making.
Yeah, Sabhir, I like the idea of not getting people hurt, but how are they supposed to look from inside of boarded homes?
We had the
How are they
same
supposed to be
question.
helping us to look? Like, I think it is okay for them to look, and that is why they have the thing to talk back. But don't engage.
Okay.
That is
Sure.
completely fine, Shun, but where would a murderer hide? In the shadows.
Yeah, but not in their homes. So you
Well,
will be looking.
homes-
We don't know that.
They're in our homes?
They might be.
Okay, this
Probably
is
not.
why we have the mushrooms, so we can have these kind of conversations just between us. Because when people overhear us talk about things like this, they always either get freaked out or way
Look,
too
this is a great
curious.
idea, but I think that we do need their help by just going about their daily lives and keeping an eye. But if they are at home, that defeats the purpose of having the mushrooms. They're looking out the windows. Like, we need them to be our lookout so we can go faster.
Well,
Just don't fight. Don't fight. Listen, can you fight? No? Okay, so don't fight. If you see something, say something. But don't
and
go
run
forward.
away. Just-
Yeah, run away. Be loud so somebody else with the mushrooms can do their thing. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah! And they run off.
I'll quietly just like underneath the shield as I'm just trying to get ready. I'll just like hold out a fist bump to Shun.
Some people come and they start taking portions. They each take about like 2 to 3 minutes worth each because they understand the instruction. But you have the group, the pack, that wear a hyena pelt, like vests over themselves. You have a Yuan-Ti, 2 humans, one of them incredibly dark-skinned, the other one slightly lighter, 3 Ganassi, 2 of which are earth, 1 of which is fire, and a Loxodon, who looks pretty weathered. And they come up to you all. The Yuan Ti speaks. We have been informed by Nashara to assist in the apprehension of the heretic. And she puts her hand out for spores. The Yuan Ti distributes it. They collect each other. While we are unsure of who you say you are and your role, anyone who is attempting to protect the sanctity of this place deserves assistance. You have our support.
Thank you. Sean and I must go to gather this egg from a vulture. I believe, right, Sean?
Yes, but I believe we have to wait on Augie and Hazel first. So maybe we should go scout.
Fair point. I had just enough brain power for the speech.
The
Dude, it was really good. It's moving, honestly.
we will, and you see one of the humans, the lighter-skinned human, but still very tan. They're holding the lantern that's going to be provided, and it's this metal thing with three. It's got a lower base, it's got an upper part, and it's connected with three like curving metal items. The human hands it off, like lights the fire, like places the fire in front of the fire ganassi, lights the fire, and then hands it to the Loxodon. The Loxodon lifts it with its trunk and looks at you, Sabhir. I will be ready when you are. Until then, I will keep it alight.
Thank you.
And he puts a big palm on your shoulder. No. Thank you.
I shiver away.
Oh,
Are you trying to be sly about it, or are you just like very...
No, that's a lot. That's a lot of weight on a little Leonin man. And also, I fucking hate Loxodons.
oh,
He just...
didn't see that one coming.
I'm... Okay. I will...
Nothing against you, specifically you.
It kind of feels personal.
It might be, but you have a lot of weight on you.
Okay.
It is personal for me.
Sure. I will wait here.
Thank you.
So, just to recap for you guys... Oh, go ahead.
Team break.
So, just to recap for you guys. The first thing you need to do is find the anchor points. There are... there are anchor points here that hold the curse in place. Once the anchor points have been rectified or remedied in some way, then the ritual can take place. Meaning setting the egg on fire with the lantern stem at the top of the hill and letting the ashes fall onto the desecrated area.
Okay, so first anchor points, then Hazel and I jump in the water while they go get an egg.
Correct.
Okay.
And the anchor points, they said, is likely to be the desecrated ground itself, so you got to investigate that, and maybe something among the shrines or the surrounding flora.
Very cool. All right.
Has Sabhir taken the mushrooms yet?
Not yet. Once we start hunting, then yeah.
Once
When we pull off to the side, are we off to the side now?
Yeah, you can be off to the side.
yeah.
There's
yeah, I think
there's
we have-
enough compliance here that if you guys want privacy, the crowd will ensure that you get privacy.
Sabhir,
Or-
I think there is one thing we have not thought about.
potentially.
What is that?
What if this isn't someone from the outside, but somebody from the inside? What if it is one of theirs?
Why would one of them go through the trouble of desecrating a land they've I don't know, worked so hard to protect?
It has been my experience that the best way to destroy something is from the inside out. Much like a disease. Or a plague.
Well, it is good that we have a network of eyes, but on our side.
Yes, but also now they have a network to know what we know. To hide better. Just saying, maybe we should be discerning amongst the trusted.
I'll also let you know the
I see your point.
lantern of Leora is still there, and the other lantern, the orange one that was following you the previous day, is still following you. So you have this light blue and this orange lantern still following you, Sabhir.
Okay. Alrighty.
And you can revisit their memories whenever you want.
You make a good point, Shun. We can discuss more as we're investigating.
Of course.
But I will keep one of my eyes open.
And I will keep the other.
As they get back wherever we were, just ask Zols. Right, so do you have a preference of what sort of animal you'll be turning to?
Probably one that can swim.
Certainly one that can swim. I guess I meant a sort of more specific answer, but I get, alright. Fair. Yeah.
I mean, no. Do you want me to be a large animal or a small animal? Like, do you want me to be really small so I can try and go and, like, use my gills to get
No,
stuff?
I think the better choice would be one that fight properly. Or specifically, my concern is that you'll transform back into not a swimming creature and you'll be underwater being attacked by something. And that's like concerning to me. So I want to make sure that you'll be okay.
Yeah, I've been attacked in the water before. I mean, it wasn't like the best experience, but like it was fine.
But,
I survived.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, well, you're
So you
here.
mean,
Yeah,
like-
sure.
Giant seahorse.
Right, yeah, like a giant seahorse or something
I
with
love
teeth.
being a giant seahorse.
Sure. Or like a orca.
Yeah, I could do that. I can be a fighter in the water.
That's what we need. That's what we need. Game plan. Alright, so desecrated ground. I have to think about what I know about. Let's figure that out.
Yeah, well, speaking of what you are here for, this is kind of right up your alley.
Sort of.
What should we be looking for?
Let me look back into what I've experienced and see if I can recall anything that assimilates this sort of situation. Assimilated fashion.
Make a religion check.
Religion,
On a
history.
scale of like
Or history.
1 to 20. How sure are you feeling? Give yourself a little bit for your history proficiency.
For my history, I would say on a scale of, you said 1 to 20.
You can do religion, arcana, history, or if you're going to look at the actual, like where they're holding the desecration in place, you can do an investigation if you want. And
Can I do both a history and an investigation?
yeah,
Because
we
I
can
just
do
rolled
this.
history.
Yeah, roll. What's your history roll?
Okay, my history roll is 23.
23. Oh yeah, absolutely. While you're not necessarily a scholar of exaptive magic, you find examples of exaptive magic anthropologically throughout history. the focus that you have is underwater, but you have, because of the Treaty of Natai, taken some interest in the surface world dealings as well. You know that when it comes to divine perversion of the divine magics, when exaptivism is used in this manner, the subject, especially when it comes to blood magic of this kind, the subject functions primarily as an anchor point. Maybe not the person itself, but an aspect of the person. It's not unusual for blood in these situations to be used as the anchor point. It's very easy to spread. It's very easy to alter. Sometimes exaptive magic requires like some kind of alteration, a chemical alteration of the material that we're working with. You would also know that, generally speaking, the more successful ones, or the clever practitioners, would not focus on one singular spot. They would try to spread this out and hide it.
And now comes the invest. I will have expressed all of those around me. Investigation. Even better. That is going to be 25.
Was that?
Peter's camera's a little off.
Oh.
That's okay. I was leaning way over. 25 on investing.
Oh yeah, 25 on investigation. Super easy. So you move towards.
You see me enter archaeology mode, where it's like, okay, right. So this is what we know of. If I recall, this. Okay, exaptive, corruption, localized generally to the subject, but spread and depending on the person, they'll look for different places. So let's go over here and call correctly. Typically, talk about blood, we'll go into the splattered patterns, but then people fuck with it. So let's do a little exploration here. And he starts like investigating the space.
You come over, you take out a toolkit, you have a brush, you start to move things out of the way, you put on some gloves, you start to see the pattern, you try to look for a brush stroke, you take out a sample of like paint, alter the consistency and look at the blood stroke and try to mimic to see what it would look like, what kind of pattern would have been used.
Start sketching it out on my notebook.
You take all the notes. You notice in your investigation the blood has been alchemically altered. And you rolled a what? A 25?
25. I have a plus.
Based on some rudimentary like field chemistry tests that you can like take the blood and drop it in like a solution to see how it changes, this has been digested. The blood was altered before she died. You what?
I express these things to the group.
Yep.
Sure, that necessarily means that it was assumed and then produced, or go on.
The other thing is, while you are not familiar with Sobnu and gods of death are not familiar, the god of death that you are familiar with, the god of death of the ocean, is Lady Osadax. Lady Osadax lives at the absolute bottom of the ocean in the deepest, darkest trenches. And she is a consumer of she is something that represents decay. She's a consumer of the dead. Feeds primarily on bones of whales, for example. You are aware that messing with basically offerings of other people disrupts the connection and the influence that the gods have. So the likeliest chance is that the other forms of the tethers will be at different offerings at different shrines.
Cool. I express these things to the group, and I goes, right, so it's like they're trying to give Sobnu food poisoning, right? Like, here are your sacrifices, but, we didn't cook it all the way.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Not great at those.
Here I go.
Here I
I go
Guys.
Phelan again.
Oh.
Let me see if I have any sort of thing for wisdom. Guys, the answer is no. So I done rolled a whole ass 7.
Whole ass 7. Okay.
Mhm.
That's a failure.
Hey, that's a holy number, man. Didn't you read the Bible?
And you're gonna take
Only one God, it's Jesus.
you're gonna take 3 points of psychic damage,
Jesus
I
loves you,
can-
and this we know.
and
But you're
additionally,
about to feel like Job.
I've sent you a message.
Oh.
You are affected in this manner for 6 minutes.
Okay, alright. Right. So, Sobnu foods, poison, and
So, hold on. You said that the
sacrifice.
blood was digested?
John is saying words.
Hello?
Something about, things
Augie?
aren't supposed to be the way they're going. And, teleportation, bitch, terrible fucking spell.
Augie, you are not.
Sorry? What's, trying to... Am I
You
not
said
saying what I'm...
You said that the blood was
There's-
digested.
blood. There's blood. There's blood.
And you said something
Digestion.
about teleportation being a bitch.
Terrible. It's worse. It's how I ended up in the death. It's when we met, though, so that's something. Look. That's 2.
Are you feeling okay?
Are you okay?
I am fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need some
Okay.
water?
Of there's water.
Your mic keeps cutting out.
Yeah. That's actually appropriate, isn't it? Yeah. It's a bit of
I'm so confused.
so it's food and blood and there are things and trailing. Yeah.
Take it.
Okay,
take a
don't
breather. Take a breather.
don't touch the blood. Nobody, don't touch it.
Touch.
Don't do it. My thought. Digested. What if not digested? Acid. What if this was
Sour
an
gummy.
attack?
The spear that I have, it was poisoned.
Yeah. It's poisoned. But did the body look like it had been rended? Like with teeth? Like this was a creature? Because I mean, even if it is digested, my mind goes to mouth.
He was stabbed
Okay.
in the chest, right?
It was plagued.
She was.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
She-
the spear was placed in the ground. She was halfway up the spear, her body a splay, and her chest cavity opened, her organs removed.
Vlad the Impaler.
Can
May
I-
I make a previous medicine check?
Yes,
To-
you can certainly do so.
To remember what I saw. Medicine 10.
10. You can tell that the thing that was done to her was done after she was murdered. And I'll tell you what, actually, roll with advantage.
Yeah, because your vision.
Natural 20.
Okay.
So 23.
The vision that you got, Matt's right on the ball. The vision that you got, the experience of what she had in her last moments. She was there to pray. And she was starting to make her way. She started to pray at the temple. She started to make her way to the water to go and continue. The intention there was to pray. and to kind of like have a ritual at midnight, which represents kind of the passing of the previous day into the next one. It's a sacred time. She was woozy. She was like getting dizzy, feeling weak, feeling faint. And like, this is not usual for her. This is usually a time of the night where she's very alert because of her rituals. And you realize that when the killer came and attacked her, while she did fight back, there was a weakness to her. Like she had been drugged.
Question. And
Yeah.
this is on behalf of Sabhir, because Sabhir experienced this.
Yes.
Would Sabhir also had been hit previously by something with this kind of effect? Would he be able to discern if this was similar?
Like the right hand?
I wasn't thinking the right hand, but I was thinking about when you and Vigard got ambushed.
It does have a similarity. There is something familiar about the experience that you and she both felt.
Okay. I say these words. I say these words to Sean.
When the lantern, when I experienced it, it was almost as if she was poisoned before all of this happened. But strangely, I have felt this before.
When?
I needed to mull it over. But when we were on our way, and we were split up, and you and Hazel went one way, and we went another, and we were ambushed. We both met up before we went off. We were attacked by previous gladiators.
Yeah. Your
That
friend,
blades. Yes.
the one who lies dead. The Galavantiers.
Yes. That one. What are you thinking? I could shove mushrooms in your throat.
No. Unless this poison is common, I think we may have a connection. And if we have a connection, it brings a lot of things together. And I do not think that... Sadly, I think that some of these people were right, and might be your fault. Not...
I have done
directly,
nothing
but-
wrong.
No. I look at Augie. It just seems to keep following us. These crazy coincidences. But that is just where my mind is, because, it's been a while.
Well, speak your
But
mind. You blame me.
I
You
am-
blame me for
I
what
am
is happening.
thinking- But I am thinking that the people who are trying to find you are still trying to find you, and they are here knowing this is where you were going to go, and... The wild part of me thinks that it might be Garrick. But hey. When he said digested. Augie, how are you feeling?
Feeling
The effects have subsided.
feeling much better.
Good.
But
Can you weigh in just to digested blood? Do you think consumed, or perhaps just like a strong acid?
I'm not sure that there's necessarily a significant difference in the context of what's happened here. In
Oh, yeah, you
terms
wrote
of effects of what's left over. But the body is here. This this god of death has 3 visages, all of which consume and in a matter of sorts and are associated things. More specifically, well, I'm not the most familiar with the fauna of this land, but whichever you, I guess, would associate to acidic in this context. I know it's not the crocodile, or is it an alligator? Which one is it?
Crocodile.
Crocodile. I wouldn't think crocodile if I'm thinking acidic, but I suppose that could be it. Sure. If we're talking about how to fuck up water, acidity is certainly one way to do it. And if we're trying to desecrate a death god associated to water in a manner of speaking, that very well could be directly intentional at the news of the arrival of the chosen of this particular variety of the death god.
All of these are just conjectures and theories. Until we find out a bit more, we still have to find those other anchor points. Maybe
Right.
this
Let
is
us-
my theory.
Let us work on the anchor points around here.
We should check the other sacrificial shrine locations.
Yeah.
I don't know where those would be, so I'm gonna follow you.
Okay. And I'll just kind of go around the sacrificial shrine. There's a shrine on every single one of the statues, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So I'll go to the hyena one, or one of the hyena ones.
Okay. Make either a investigation or survival check.
Could
do survival.
I
17.
also do an investigation check to contribute, or am I helping him?
You can.
I'll do a investigate. Yeah, 22.
You definitely find as you kind of are observing this circle and the blood, you notice there are 2 trails of blood. One of them leading towards the shrine, one of them leading closer to the oasis itself, to the body of water. You make your way and you start at the hyena shrine. There's nothing immediately present here, but as you continue to investigate and follow the blood trail, you do find that there is an idol, a carving of Sobnu out of stone that's covered in the blood.
I immediately take it out.
Okay,
Wait, don't touch it.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Don't worry, I will touch it with my injured hand.
Wisdom
Why would
save.
that?
Make it. All right. Nope.
I was wearing gloves.
I swear to God. Stay on the table.
He said, "Don't yell at me."
You know, right? Damn, dude.
7.
Hey!
Failure.
That's what I rolled.
Failing twins.
Hey, look at us.
Wow.
Twinsies.
Maybe
Who'da
we
thought?
should be having other people touch it.
No.
They're not contributing so
Nonsense.
Yeah. Hey,
Like
fair
me.
Come
commoner.
on. What?
What?
Come on.
We're
Your
those
time-
two really excited dudes.
I'm not proficient in wisdom saving throws. I have a +1. That's pretty good. Come on.
It's pretty good.
I've sent you a Discord message
I am.
with the effects that are going to last 6 minutes as well.
Makes you extra
Ain't that
sad.
some shit?
So let me explain kind of what happens. You go through, you try to make your way through the peoples that are praying and doing the offerings and all that. You get really focused on the search, Augie helping with like pointing out, you know, what makes sense and kind of like what symbology would be more stronger and connected to this entity. And you find a hyena form upside down and you see that there's blood on its belly. You turn it over and it's covered in blood, and you immediately pick it up and remove it. And then your hand seizes around it, and you can't let go. And then why don't you describe what happens?
Don't touch it.
So there's a whole reason why I use my dead hand for it.
Mm.
And I'll just fall back and just kind of like lock up into place.
I'll check for a pulse.
He has a pulse.
This
Okay.
didn't happen to you, Augie. You just got real. I don't even know how to describe it. Do we take the thing out of his hand? What do we do?
Do any of you have some way to
Hazel.
clean
Oh,
things?
yeah, I have mage hand. Can I use my mage hand to try
No.
and pry it out of Sabhir's hand?
Yeah.
Alright.
Make either an Arcana check or make an Arcana check, or a spell attack, like a D20 plus your spell attack modifier.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's a 9. Sorry, Sabhir.
You try to pry it out, but his claws are just locked into it, and you can see the stone like cracking slightly underneath the pressure with how tense his hand is around it.
Okay. Can I?
Maybe I'm gonna take out my decanter of endless water.
That's good.
Tears start falling down the eyes.
And wait 1 second.
Does anyone prestidigitation?
Best spell in the game. Nobody has it. Well, no, Hazel has it.
I do?
Hazel has
I thought you did.
prestidigitation.
okay, yeah.
You have it written in your backstory that you have it.
I do have it written in my backstory, but I don't have it.
Oh.
I'm gonna go up to Sabhir and I'm gonna over his hand take out the decanter and uncork it and say Fontana. And fountain produces 5 gallons of water as it washes the blood off his hand.
Nice.
The blood washes off. The water itself does not cleanse the blood, but the idol being cleansed removes the curse on Sabhir. And you can see that as the water connects to the shrine and the other offerings, you see this sort of like mist. And what was originally this sort of like this acidic, sour smell that clings to the blood, and the flies that surround the blood areas, it dissipates. You see this little puff of smoke, of like steam, as the blood gets cleansed with water made holy. Sabhir, you are no longer afflicted.
I am free. You cannot. You.
Get him
I
back
don't
up.
deserve it. Be,
Hey.
Are you good?
What are
Yeah.
you seeing?
You were gone for like a really long time there. Are you okay?
Yeah. I bad dreams.
Body was crying. You slowly crushed the idol.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. That was very weird. I grabbed the idol and then I couldn't let go. And
There's the
Hey,
blood.
hey Sabhir.
Yes.
New rule. Don't
Okay.
grab things randomly with your dead hand.
Or
Just
the
assume
other
that
one.
It still works.
But the
So
live
did
hand
you
still.
say dead?
No.
Yes.
So just take precaution, yeah? I don't want to see you like that again. It was very scary.
Okay. Will do.
Okay.
Right. Well, we all bounce back from that. There's another trail of blood we need to follow.
Good news is a little bit of water seems to just get rid of it. Unless it
Your
is magic
definition
water,
of a
in which
little bit-
case-
A little. thing killed him.
Did it take all 5 gallons?
It didn't take necessarily all 5 gallons, but it definitely took for the water to connect to the shrine and the offerings to basically connect with that holy energy to do that.
Okay, well I have a little bit left, but yeah,
Right?
probably need more.
Well,
Hazel,
luckily there is an oasis.
before you leave for the crocodiles,
For now.
please come find me.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, was this with all the areas or just that one?
It was just that one. Right?
Just that one got cleansed.
Just
Yeah.
that one got cleansed, yes.
Okay, good. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
there's still the corpse and
Mhm.
another trail of blood that we're following.
Well, hey, maybe it depends on just who's pouring it. Sabhir, maybe you should start just like pouring things with water.
Probably it's relevant.
I mean, I guess I could, but I would have to, make a couple of. Do you have a bucket?
But, I mean, I have this decanter. Apparently, it holds a shit ton of water.
Let me see if I have my canteen.
No, okay.
Do we want to take a break?
Sounds good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Because it's we've been here for about 2 hours now. at this
Fair
point.
bit.
So,
Oh, wow.
we will be right back.
Wait, no!
Not babbling anymore. Make it sense to.
You want up on the bed?
And we're back.
Oh, hello.
Man.
Didn't see you there, audience.
Hey!
Doggo!
Herc's in the chat. Herc's
What
in
it
the chat.
do, Herc?
You
What
want to back
happened?
Cutie.
up. Oh, there's the boy.
Ew.
There's you. You there.
Hey, you there. Damn, dog. What that Snoop do?
Okay. You ready to continue?
Hey, boops.
Yup. Okay. Well, whatever we do, I have a feeling that. And I hand the decanter over. You should do it. It's a Sabhir.
Just to wash the blood away.
I mean, holy water. You're a holy man now, so do your job. Go cleanse the statues and stuff.
Okay. Shouldn't
You
we
can-
follow the blood trail?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, that's the ones that need to be cleansed.
Yeah. How many did they say? 4? Or do we
Four,
just look until we find it?
I think 4.
It's three spots.
Wait, if they knew how many spots, why are we looking?
No, they said potential. Like that is likelihood, is that it's 3 spots. And you guys
Forms
found
of God.
2 trails of blood.
That
Aye.
makes sense.
Okay, then I will walk to the second trail of blood.
I accompany.
The next trail of blood leads out to the banks of the oasis. Make a perception or survival or investigation check.
Survival. Soft.
Bam, bam,
20,
but
no
nat
20.
20, bitch. Which is 29.
Hey, Nat 20 bitch, nat 20 bitch.
There is a number of bushes and trees and palms and grasses that sit along the bank. You do
Guild
notice, while the path of the blood drippings goes cold, you notice that there is one particular tree that is slightly more droopy than the rest of them. A fig tree, in particular.
Point our attention to the fig tree. It seems droopy. Something off
Okay.
about that.
It is. I guess. I mean, we could try to bend it back into shape, but no, I'll try the water.
I think probably. Fine.
Oh.
Maybe there's something here, it or beneath. Do a little bit.
I want to smell around the fruit.
Make a perception check.
And with a 20 on survival around the base, maybe.
Okay.
Natural 1 for a 5.
The nose of a accomplished cook is well attuned to what smells good and what smells bad regarding rotting fruit or good fruit. It is not quite as attuned to desecrated acrity and maybe distracted by other things. Shun gets a little sick and his nose is plugged up. He can't smell very well.
What's that?
20 around the base of the tree. There is disrupted earth near the bank underneath the tree.
Did she have her head?
She did have her head.
Okay, cool. Check it.
I will take my spear out.
You're right there,
And-
Sean.
Feels like when we're back with the cats.
Mm.
Hey,
It's a really good plug nose.
Something wrong, Sabhir?
Did
you find something? The offense is just washing over him.
Are you... Damn, Tiff!
What the fuck, man?
That was so funny. Oh.
I will know now to keep my distance from you, Shun.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
It is fine. It is
No. Offense taken.
Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry, Sabhir.
Yep.
And I'll start using my spear as a shovel and trying to kick the dirt away.
Certainly. Make an athletics or strength check.
I'll give him the help action.
Athletics check, yeah.
Athletics check is going to be a 14.
You have
That's with help?
you have advantage.
Is going to be a 24.
24. Okay. You definitely dig it out. There is a piece of viscera buried here. Something from somewhere within her entrails. You can't exactly identify it right from where it lay,
Okay,
but it is definitely poisoning the tree.
I am not going to touch it. I'm going to use the water.
Hazel!
Yes.
Hazel, can you pull the out the H-hunt?
Yeah. Do you want me to use the mage hand, Sabhir?
Sure, go for it. I don't even know how this thing works. I don't even know. Shun, what do you say to get this thing to work?
I say Fontana. This means fountain.
Fountain.
No.
Right in the face.
Had to happen.
Honestly, that looks pretty satisfying right now. Netty pot.
I'll cast mage hand then.
You remove with clumps of dirt and stuff. Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I forgot one of Sabir's little triggers.
Oh, did you do that? Ah, Matt. I missed it.
I forgot.
The mage hand goes in, collects the viscera with a clump of dirt, and pulls out blood-filled sand. And there you are. It's holding it in front of you.
Okay, Sabhir. There you are.
Fountain up.
That's enough.
Water is released over it, and the same mist dissipates.
Does it dissipate out of my nose?
Shun's nose is clear.
You can
Very
take
good,
back
Sabhir.
whatever this thing is. That is.
Oh no, you want to eat
How is
it.
that?
No, wait, hold on. There's still the corpse itself. I don't think
Yeah,
we
just don't
have
put
we.
it in your face.
Okay, fine.
The corpse itself was actually already consecrated earlier when Sabhir performed the ritual, cleansing
Oh,
ritual.
right. Yeah, I forgot that consecrate.
And
Alright, yeah, so that should be all 3 points.
you see
It's good to get back into archaeology.
as they're standing, you see the priests that are standing
Uncovering
around
curses.
the desecrated ground. You see this sort of like vroom, 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 like this energy of the desecration start to subside slightly.
Let's go. Right, see, this is the element that I'm supposed to be working. Right, like we met, it was all fighting, and then we went and did more fighting in different planes of existence. But like, really, this is it right here. Uncovering where the curses are, what they're doing. It's the
This is
so
this
nice
is,
to
this is the thing.
This
This
so
is-
nice
yeah,
to
yeah.
see you so energetic, dude. This is
it
great.
feels good, you know. Feels
Yeah,
revitalized.
yeah. Keep it up with the giant crocodiles.
You know, it'll be good to be in the water as well. This is just this is a horrible like instigating event, but I'm having the best time.
There's a lot of people just kind of staring at you horrified.
You're starting to
Look at them.
understand what it means to be a Galavantier.
Sorry.
Bullshit happens and you just run with it.
It's just, usually these things that I encounter that are like this, they happened just maybe eons ago, and so I'm not offending anyone when I'm all excited about all these interesting things. And now
You're
I'm
making the
actively
history
offending
that's
people.
Yeah, you're making the history that will one day be studied by somebody like you.
Exactly. This is something that comes up. People are like, oh, you're not supposed to intervene with sorts of these things, but you are an agent of history in the time that you're a part. So, the events that end up taking place, you're not an outside observer. You're part of it. That's right.
Very cool.
Never forget that, world. I look at everyone around me and I'm just like,
the two dudes that are like were really excited earlier, right there.
yeah.
They're just like,
It's like, yeah,
we're the chosen ones. We're the chosen. It's like,
right.
you didn't hear that? No, I think it wore off.
Sorry.
No, it
is,
it is quite an accomplishment to be one of the fastest archaeologists.
This is so exciting. Hey, thank you.
It's an achievement in
Appreciate it.
itself. Solving history before history becomes history.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, this just happened. It just happened, and now it's a fact of history. It's an event that intended to instigate change in the course of whatever fates, if you believe in them, and otherwise, we are now responding to that, reacting to that change. Right. So this is historical events taking place in real time. It's just
Did Augie get any more of that blood on him? Just asking.
Don't.
Is
Did
this
I?
normal?
Did I?
No? Okay. Just sorry, Augie.
No,
I'm
it's
just
great.
This is
great.
really great, honestly, to see you so excited.
Normally I'm off-put by some horrible thing that's taking place, but this one I can learn about and explore, and
How
The
you
other
are
stuff
feeling
is
now
mostly
is how I
just
feel about
shock.
food. So I get it. I totally get it.
It is
I
it
think
is
I-
like this.
Sabhir?
No.
Sorry?
No, it sounded
Oh,
like
I-
you were transforming.
Oh, I was
What is
just gonna
happening
say.
here?
I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna be the one that's gonna regret taking the mushrooms this time with the way Augie's talking. But that was it.
What is there to
Quickly, tell
regret?
them.
We're talking about, we're learning, we're embracing reality as it stands before us, and as it will stand for the future generations. This is something for. Learning is never something to regret, Hazel.
Is this what I sound like?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't think so.
I do.
Never.
It
Why
is
would-
like they say, Augie. The present, it is a gift.
Indeed.
What else
Absolutely.
do they say?
So,
I didn't pay attention.
shall we go hunting?
Yes.
Wonderful. Guess I'll take my portion of the mushrooms.
Before I take my portion, I'll go talk to Sabhir since he asked me to come see him.
Got it.
Oh, sorry. There has been a lot of things happening fast. But I wanted to, just, please, be safe.
And
I will.
you'll see one of the ghosts just kind of appear beside me and take my shield, and as it does, it becomes a spectral shield and just offers it to you.
Thank you.
And as you take that, it envelops you, and you now have +2 bonus to your AC as I cast Shield of Faith.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you, Sabhir. And I give him a big hug.
Oh, it's okay. You last time in the water, you didn't really like fare so hot. So I just want you to be careful.
That is true. That is true. But don't tell Augie. I
No,
don't
no,
think
I
he
would-
would
I
like
would
that
never.
very much.
I'm already just like bloating.
I go over to Augie.
Mhm.
Augie,
Hey,
I just want you to know.
Mhm.
Be careful out there, but if you can,
Mhm.
bring me back some crocodile meat. I'm very interested in trying it.
oh, I thought I'd just take in a scale, but if we do end up killing it, why not just bring the whole
Yeah,
thing
just
back?
bring me the whole tail. That'd be great.
That would be fantastic. Absolutely.
Also, watch out for Hazel.
Sure, yes, of course.
When she turns, it's horrifying.
Oh,
Never forget it.
okay. Well,
You'll
I'll-
never forget it.
I'll be sure to. Maybe I'll try and look away.
Honestly, I told you to look out for her, but yeah, do the opposite of that. Don't
Yeah.
look when she's changing.
I think maybe at that point.
unless you
but-
really want to.
No, I'm not.
No.
It'll be all right. If however it doesn't go well, my first priority is to get her out of the water, and I'll come back and finish
Yeah.
the job.
Yeah. And if you don't get the tail, it is fine.
I'll do my best.
If you happen to
Oh.
experience the crocodile, and it is a mean crocodile, maybe don't show up, Augie.
It's,
You are a vicious animal, and I believe in you.
And I'll kind of like walk off and like,
Go get him, Hazel.
Thanks. Before I get in the water, I want to cast Mage Hand sneakily, and so then it'll go under Augie and tickle him in the water.
I dive in hard. I start looking, got my Kopesh out, and I'm like, "What are you, fucker?" Start just barrel rolling inside. Come on, I'm waiting.
just seeing splashing going on, just like,
Maybe there's a crocodile right
Pop
there.
out. I don't see it. It came after me. I don't see it. I jump back in.
Keep looking.
Hi. I start just going hard.
Oh my god.
What are you?
That's so good.
Come right back. Hazel, get in. We're going after it.
Okay, I should probably go help now. And then I'll like run in, and then I'm gonna jump, and as I jump, I'm gonna wild shape into my giant seahorse.
Giant
Can't
seahorse.
look away.
You
I
Yeah, I'm
can't
busy
look
looking
away.
for a crocodile right now.
describe how you turn into a giant seahorse.
Well, since I've done it before, this time I do know a little bit what I'm doing, except when I jump up, it's gonna be like slow motion, so it's not still gonna be my entire body. It's going to be, instead of like feet up, it's going to be head down, so when I hit the water, I still have feet, but I am a seahorse. And then once I become
So
it's just the top. It's just the top half of a seahorse, but then the bottom half of an actual.
Yeah, but then I get it eventually, and then I'm a seahorse in the water, and I'm like, okay, I got it.
Oh my god.
Please tell me Hazel clicks her little ankles before diving in.
Um,
There's no place like home.
and you know what? As you jump up and
All
you
the creatures you
go
could've
to
chosen.
dive into it, you start to turn into a seahorse. You flying through the air. You, in your periphery, catch something in your view, and you just see completely spread eagle turning around with Pillow just vaulting into the water. Just ass over tea kettle, just starring over into the water. Just
I'm gonna try to grab him with my fins.
I see this. It's like, what? Do I clock Pillow?
you clock Pillow.
Mother,
I'll,
mother, you have betrayed
I'll
me, mother.
swim over. I'll swim over and just grab Pillow and lift above the water.
You were able to leave
I got
Pillow
her.
on the surface.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
Can I forgot to take my mushrooms. Can I take them with my fins, or am I out of luck?
I could probably feed him to you.
So here's the thing of what happens when you put something that is a powder in water, right? I mean, you're a chemist, you know. I'll say that you can take it. You can take it before you jump in.
Yay.
Yo,
Okay,
that's
thank
one
you.
ugly looking seahorse.
Before she jumped in, could I also take it since it was kind of
Yes, I'll say that you can take
Sweet.
it before she jumps in.
sweet?
And we each have 1 hour, yeah?
We
More.
we have.
Well, it depends on how much you gave to other people. If you
Okay.
You said 3 to 4 minutes each of, or 2 to 3 minutes each for everybody, and that was 17. So 3 times 17 is a little over an hour
Well-
for them. So that leaves like 14 for us.
what's 17 divided by 20? 85% of the Oasis came to you guys, but that doesn't mean that 85% people got.
What's the population density and demographics? The Oasis, Marco. I know you have these statistics.
I may or may not
I
have
also want
it.
the socioeconomic breakdown as well as who they have voted for the past 5 years.
Strangely, like unsurprisingly enough, well, it's not
They're
really
actually
so much
theocracy,
democratic
they're not a
process
democracy.
as it
Yeah,
is
this
kind
is
of
the
like
fucking guy, yeah.
like it's a representative. It's
You see, like,
it's a republic essentially. You have representatives
You
that
just
kind of
hear,
elect and decide on the next leaders of
So-
each one of the 3 or 4 priest positions.
It's actually a system of government I invented.
The
for
tribes
my,
have
world.
to select. Okay, I'm done.
It's just like the reason why the Ishkatari are nomadic and they have to go everywhere is because they're the census people.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
that's a great backstory. It's
That's
like,
awesome.
we like to trade. Actually, we're just gathering data.
You know, it's fucked up. I'm out
Would
here.
you
roasting
say you're a
Marco, but, like,
3-person
straight up, I do that
household,
same
or
shit.
was that Peter's?
How'd you?
Yeah.
No,
what
but it's like-
constitutes a head of household, and how many years do you have to be here before you're considered a resident?
It's like,
Oh, but you're
I'm
here on a
looking for a
student
summer
visa. Okay, understood.
all
How
right, so
many
this
people
family
live inside
tree is-
this tent?
this
How
many
did you find me?
generations here. Yeah.
I'm sorry, we have some undocumented funds here. It seems
You're-
that you-
But your parents have both nationalities, and they're from Parviter and
Yeah,
Clareza,
that's right,
but
yeah.
they're not. They don't reside here.
The immigration pattern suggests that you are an anomaly for this location.
You care to explain that?
We're gonna need you to come down to the temple.
Teleportation is fucked.
Oh, sorry. You're a skill master. Yeah, you don't count.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so Hazel's a giant seahorse,
You
and we're in the water.
you both dive into the water. You see Hazel turn into a giant seahorse,
Yeah.
and beneath the water,
Is that like a flavor thing, or are you like mechanically a giant seahorse?
Oh no, I'm a giant seahorse.
Okay.
She mechanically is a giant seahorse. I had her roll for it, and she happened to, and she was the only person who saw a giant seahorse on her journey from Sejan to Alkut. But Augie,
Which was why there was the first time I turned into a giant seahorse a bit of an issue. It's not
Sure.
as smooth as some other transitions.
Sure. Yeah.
so Augie,
Setting.
You know that giant seahorses commonly are used as mounts underwater.
I have, I think, on record in this game said that seahorses are assholes. I think that is
Pretty sure you
canonically
did.
a thing. So I see a giant seahorse and I'm just like, you know, we talked about shark and so on. And all right, well, okay.
Um,
Hazel the seahorse.
you
Let's do this.
you jump in, and once again, the underwater. The perception of it is that it is much larger than on the surface. You know, when you're on the surface, it is a pretty far distance from one edge of the oasis to the other. And it's not a symmetrical, perfectly circular pattern. There's other portions of it that kind of become narrower at points, and there's actually part of it that goes behind the cliffside into the rock formation that's beyond. But even still, you can kind of see everything. Underwater, it is far more expensive. There is a variety of plant life and a variety of sea life as well, like marine animal life. Mostly freshwater animals. But something that you notice is that some of the fish that live here, they are sort of translucent. And at the bottom, you see that there's a lot of plant life. You can barely see sand at the bottom, or dirt at the bottom of the oasis. It's very densely populated by plant life. And then finally, there are some lanterns that are down here as well.
Cool. And we're looking for croc.
You are specifically looking for the ghost fin crocodile. It is a white crocodile, and it has, amongst like the ridges that go down its back, you spot that there are 2 rows of particularly pronounced ridges, at the front of which, by the base of its neck, there is 2 larger ones, which you can consider are the lantern stem.
That's all right.
It's a pearl S color.
Okay. So think the play here, mushroom brain. Right. So we'll try to, I guess, get in without it noticing us and try and maybe pierce it off if we can. If it chases us, we'll fight, obviously. Should we not be able to get it? But think the move is this. Try and stealthily approach, take the stem, and once we got it, I think I'm gonna hand it over to you. You just shoot off. I'm gonna try and follow you, but seahorses tend to be faster. So, at least I've no job. That'll be, I think, the play, unless you think otherwise.
No, that works for me.
All right, let's approach as stealthily as we can. And,
Okay.
I guess, do we see the specific one we're looking for, or do we need to look for it while we're stealthily moving around in the water?
No, you definitely see it. It's not hard to spot. This thing is huge.
Perfect.
It is very, very big. And
mechanically, it's huge.
like mechanically, it is size huge.
Scary.
All
right.
And you notice it's headed towards the path of the damned. You see this very clear open space, where, like, knowing where you are in the water and where the temple is directly below the temple. There's a path. There's some wall down It's pretty deep, and there's this large cavernous opening, and you see the ghost and Croc go into
Okay.
the cavernous opening.
Great. As we're following it. Yeah. We'll try to close the gap and
Are you going as fast as you can, or are you trying to stealth this?
I mean, if he's already at the entrance of the Path of the Damned, I don't think we can afford to.
It's
stealth up.
making its way. Like, it's hard to judge whether or not you can approach stealthily or if you have to haul ass. It's not going as fast as it can.
Okay. Let's try the stealth approach.
All right. Both of you can roll stealth.
Cool. Nice. 24.
Okay. Hazel.
4.
Ah.
There it is.
Yeah, these don't tend to go well for me when I become another creature. I tend to be pretty bad at it.
No, it's a thing. I get it.
Did you roll with the seahorse's stealth?
I did. Yeah.
If it
But
makes
it's
you
the
feel any
same.
better, it's also just +1.
It's just
Augie,
because you strut your stuff.
you manage to come
I'm in
up
my element, baby.
right over it. And you can see the entrance to the cavern's about 60 feet away. And you can't see very deep far into the cavern. It immediately turns kind of dark.
Sure.
But you do notice that there are these columns on either side built from the stone that the cavern sits around. You get to come up right up over the crocodile. You are finding this one blind spot, and you are threading that needle perfectly. And then, as you're right on the pearls, on the ghost fin pearls, lantern stems, Hazel just whoosh, like shuddering all of the plants and all of the fish in the way, and just comes right up beside it.
You're not helping the seahorse image.
No, they're divas.
Hazel, before we go into combat, I'm going to give you a chance to make a decision here. What do you want to
Alright.
do? Are you going to make an attempt to do something?
No. I'm just gonna let it notice me and try to let Augie take the scale off of it.
So you're like a
So-
distraction.
Yeah, I'll just distract it. Like, I don't want to try to fight it, but, like, I'm not gonna... I have, obviously, not stealthy. So, distraction.
What do you do to distract it?
As I come tumbling down, I'll pretend like I don't see it, and I'll, like, tumble into all the greenery, and then I'm gonna roll on my seahorse back, and I'm gonna start, like, kind of shaking around, like I'm scratching myself, and then I'm gonna flip around and like put all my face in the greenery and just kind of be like very obnoxious in all the plants.
Make a
Terrifying.
performance or deception check.
Okay,
Being a
let's
perfect seahorse.
Yeah.
Seahorses are so cool, man.
see. Come on,
They
give
are
me a
cool.
good roll. Holy macaroni! No!
That was so sincere.
Ah! I rolled another 3, so that's a 2.
Oh my god.
Oh, she's not stealthy. She is not a performer. She is useless.
Oof.
Oh,
She is Hazel.
man.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Damn.
So is it fight night at the aquarium?
It is. Why
Welcome
can't I
down here in the bubble
roll?
dome.
This
Okay.
is so unfortunate. I've not rolled well once tonight.
Got croc.
The
food.
crocodile.
I took all the luck with me, you know?
The crocodile immediately bursts to your place, We will roll initiative when we come back to you, Shun and Sabhir.
It is always so weird seeing it, but she's getting better.
You know, the feet really threw me off.
It
It's
did.
like they
it
weren't
did.
even her feet.
And she wasn't like fully in the water either. It was it,
Oh,
it was
no.
it was weird. Like, no, she was like
Yeah.
walking towards it, and it was
It
like
got, like, really
changing as it
dry.
happened. It was whoa.
Did you see the ankle click though? That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was. It was almost like she knew. She knew that it was happening.
Yeah. So do you think that it could just like happen all at once, or is she choosing to go from like top to bottom to top? Do you think last time it was from inside out?
I shun to think about it.
That is what they call me. This is very funny.
I'm getting better with these, I swear.
Yeah. Also, by the way, I'm sorry that I stepped on your toes earlier. It was very confusing, and I just didn't want those guys to go and do something stupid or do nothing. You know?
You don't have to step on my toes. That's why we are a team. That is why we are a
Yeah.
group. Like you are my friend.
Yeah, but you were doing so great, and I was just like,
Everybody falters once in a while.
it's true.
And yet,
Yeah.
you were there to back me up.
And pour water on your palm.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, seriously, what happened with that? That was crazy. Very scary.
I-
No lie.
Yeah, no, I grabbed it and then I locked up. That was painful. And then it was like my vision zoomed out into the darkness. Like you were 5 feet away, and then you became 100.
Scary.
And I could see you through my irises. And then the dream started.
There were dreams. I am assuming
Yes.
bad dreams.
Very bad dreams.
I would probe more into these dreams, but I feel like we have a job to do. Unless you want to talk about it.
No. We need to find the
Yeah,
killer,
yeah.
the murderer.
Okay. And you've already taken the mushrooms, so you are hooked up, yeah?
I am good to go. Yes.
All right. Pillow, where do we go now? Just kidding. You were just right. All right. So, where
What
do we
if
go
we
now?
gave Pillow the mushrooms?
You know, can we do it next time? I really do not want to hear hundreds.
No.
of people.
That is fine.
But I am very curious. I want to know what she has to say about almost being killed several times. Don't tell Hazel I said that.
I would never.
She is a wonderful owner. She is just
And just like
getting
messaging
used to it. Because we are a team, and you would never betray me. Like that.
No, never in my day. Hazel.
No.
Do you think
Where
we
did it
should
go?
inspect the area once again to maybe see if there's tracks?
Sure. Do you want to take a higher vantage point? Hop up on some roofs?
Maybe. How good are your eyes?
Yeah, I used to be a lookout back in the day. So, pretty good.
What if we were to get to the highest point?
It's like you are reading my mind, and I don't even have the mushrooms. Race you there?
I'll race you. Oh,
Ah! Let us go! And I book it.
And I bolt. No.
Yes! Palpu fruit! Oh, this is so good.
You guys, okay, where are you running to?
The top of the
Highest-
temple.
Okay.
The highest point.
So here's what happens. You guys book it as you are approaching the temple and the rock formation that it's built into the cliffside. You notice at the top, Shun, you actually hunted down a few vultures, so you know where the nests are, or at least you know what. Make a survival check or a perception check to see exactly how much familiarity you got.
It's the same either way. That is 16.
16. So pretty good. Sabhir, Sabhir, make an insight check.
Insane.
I am a crunchy GM, aren't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 9.
9. That'll be sufficient. This isn't difficult. Shun's running with very specific purpose. You can't discern exactly where he's going right now, but he's like very clearly identified a location to go to. And he's faster than you. He has cunning action.
Oh, fuck you.
He has 90 feet, you have 70, because you can't bonus action dash. Sorry.
Action search. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you could!
I could, but I'm not going to.
That would get you ahead. That would definitely get you ahead.
For one round. Or a couple.
For one round. But, I mean, you know.
It would absolutely be a waste.
You book it, dash towards the wall, and immediately start to climb. Both of you give me an athletics
It would
check.
absolutely be Oasis.
Hey! Look at us all punny.
So, you're running. You see the cliffside grow. You see footholds and handholds in the actual wall of the cliffside that you guys can start to grab onto. Vultures circling overhead. And you see wisps of cloud start to get thicker and thicker. Go ahead and roll athletics.
I would like to pull out my claws to dig deep.
Can I roll acrobatics?
You can roll acrobatics.
Athletics is going
Natural
to be
20.
18. Fuck
25.
Not only does Shun make it to the cliffside earlier, but he's like very clearly like he knows where he's going, what he's doing, and you are just trying to keep pace, trying to follow up.
Come on, Brander, you never get there that way.
You are climbing slowly by comparison, and as you look down, you see something in your periphery. The lantern is still in the Loxodon's trunk. The lantern that you need to climb to the top of the cliff with to set the egg on fire with.
Yes, but we need the crocodile.
You do okay, so you're gonna climb up to
He's gonna climb it twice.
You're gonna climb it twice. Okay, you can do that.
Yeah, I mean, we were just trying to like survey the land for like the murderer.
Oh,
At least that's what's going in my brain.
Yeah. We're just trying to like.
Oh, gotcha. So you're getting to a high point to look for the murderer.
Yes.
Understood.
I also understood something different. But that makes sense as well.
Cool. Thank you. Good. I was like, oh shit, what did I miss?
I was like, fuck yeah, vultures in the same place. All right, go. Sweet. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Okay, you guys start to climb the cliffside to get a vantage point. And as you reach this halfway point where you can both kind of like you don't have to keep climbing, you can take a break here. It's got a little outcropping. You're pressed up against the cliffside, but you got enough hold to where you can take a rest. A rock climber would be incredibly like relaxed. They could lay down with how much space you have. You guys go ahead and make a perception check.
Is this where you went when you ran away?
That would have been a lot helpful if I got this eye, but close enough. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because you climbed this really fucking quick.
Yeah. It's right from back home. It feels good. It's a lot hotter than down though. 14.
Okay. 14 and Sabhir, what?
9.
9. Okay. You guys climb up, and before you sprawls, you see the oasis trees of the palms and the fig trees and the olive trees start to get, you reach the canopy and you go higher and higher. And it's not that it's a dense bush, but you do see that there are trees. You see the expanse of the oasis start to lay out before you as you climb up, and you reach this point where you see the dunes and the far off dunes into the desert, into the Wosten. It spreads for miles and miles. You can see the entirety, basically, of the camp, pretty much, from this point. You don't... As you look down, you see people at the temple praying, kneeling, making their offerings. You see some people meandering to the sides. And all four of you here... He's... There... Wait! No! There... Ah! We found... And that's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Okay.
Oh,
New
no.
murder. We've got a giant seahorse causing a ruckus. Oh boy.
Oh boy!
Just grab one of the seaweeds and hold on for dear life as it's doing a death roll.
Yeah, I already
Oh,
got
wait, no,
my.
you're the horse.
Yeah,
Start bucking.
I already got my plan of action over here, but oh boy.
Oh boy,
Shun is completely
indeed.
oblivious to what is just.
You know, I was
happened, just
learning
looking
about-
out.
I was learning about Kopesh's. Apparently, one, they're originally like an ancient Egyptian weapon historically, and typically made of copper. And they are they are a good representation of what you could imagine is a combination of a sword and an axe in a single weapon.
Oh,
I had no idea.
that makes
I
sense.
was like, how would you? Because
'Cause it's
you
got
know,
the-
you see halberds or whatever, and you think maybe that, but actually, Kopesh. It was exciting to learn.
Oh yeah.
Very neat.
That's it. Fun fact.
Appreciate you sharing.
That's your fun fact.
Were
of
you
the
guys
day.
a dinosaur kid or an ancient Egypt kid or
I was
or
a human kid,
or a
but
Greek
I like
kid?
dinosaurs.
Greek?
Greek
All
None
Dinos-
of the above.
dinosaurs. You weren't into any of those things growing up?
No.
What was your childhood
Oh,
obsession?
you said before your thing was brats.
No.
What was it?
I'm not
I
saying
was-
that live.
Were you an insect?
No. No. I played with Barbies. Like,
Barbies.
what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It was
all right. That's
basic. I loved Barbies.
Just-
Were you
Statistically,
Monster
we
High?
should have
Did you love
guessed that.
Monster High. Was that your?
No.
Okay.
No.
Are you a Coco Melon? I don't know. You're
I
younger
don't
than
even
us.
know what that is.
She's also
guys
younger than
remember-
us.
Yeah.
Do
how
you still drink out of sippy straws?
Or the crazy straws.
Hey, yo, I drank out of one today. Little
No.
bendy straw. It wasn't a sippy.
I drink out of the Stanley straws. I am.
Stanley straw.
Like,
you guys remember that show
I'm a
Mummies
sucker,
Alive?
so-
Yes.
So good.
No.
Love that show.
Oh, Mummy's Alive was amazing.
It was pretty good.
Guys, I'm
Shit,
glad we're
Star
back.
Wars. Yeah.
Back to the shenanigan.
Now,
We shenaned once. We shall.
Tiff, you're missing next week, huh?
Yeah.
Damn it, Tiff.
Okay.
That's okay.
Sorry.
No,
Summer.
I'm just kidding.
Summer, man.
Um,
Summer.
Summer loving.
Having a blast.
You know,
Summer
Summer
school
loving.
play this year is
Having
Grease.
loving.
I
Okay,
met a
I'll-
girl.
We'll figure out if we're gonna play
Look,
or skip
it
next
makes
week.
sense. I can pilot the seahorse, and if she takes too much damage, she'll run the heck away.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I think that we can. So I'm not gonna go into that because potential spoilers. So maybe we won't say
Fair.
anything. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, man. Happy to be back.
Pilot the seahorse like a Jaeger mech.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Oh,
If
God.
anyone here is drift compatible, it's got to be Tiff and I, right? Or specifically Hazel and Augie.
Yeah. No, just you guys. You are the.
Yeah, that's
underdogs.
right.
Yeah, it's just
Come on.
us, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Specific-
Um,
Oh, boy.
before we go, we got in contact with the winner of the Tumblr, And Mom says she wants it to be regifted, right?
Yeah, spin again.
Spin again
Really?
for the tumbler and the book.
All right. Well,
Wow.
you're gonna have
Said,
to
very
I
generous.
love the fact that I won, but I feel bad taking it. I know how
Aw.
bad. And then she said, I know how bad Booty wanted it. And I was like, yeah, but hopefully the spin is in his favor. But yeah, she was like, feel really bad. Plus, what am I going to do with the book? And I was like, we'll play. But then she said, no. Give it to somebody else.
Okay.
Are you gonna pull up the?
just give me. I gotta reset it, and then I gotta take
It's gotta put
Mom's
all
name
the
out.
names
All
back
right.
in.
Well, don't do it yet.
Don't do it yet.
I'm setting you up, man.
So,
There we go.
and Marco, we
Sexy
got a
music
message
is this?
from Nevar.
We got a message from Neverduel.
Yeah, he says, go ahead and reroll if you can. Lol, nice pun. Cause got the dice.
I
Oh, majestique.
Steve, tickle that center.
All right, he got me on that one. That was good. That was good. God damn
wait.
it, man.
Welcome back to the sub giveaway. Yes, it is round 2, baby.
We're also gifting
Got to,
the
baby.
dice away again, just FYI.
Mother of God, just give me a fucking second on that one.
And yeah, we'll yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I have removed the winner, who was so gracious to re-gift to you. Let us see who wins.
We do be spinning. We do be spinning.
Who could it be?
Oh, missing role player.
Hey!
Congratulations.
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 Congratulations,
Guys, we'll get
missing
you-
role player
Missing
found.
role player found.
Yay.
Great, you gain a tumbler and a book. All deep. Right.
Here's to you, missing role player found.
Here's to you, missing role player found. I love this music. I love
Yeah,
it so
this is
much.
great.
It's
really
giving
good.
me like, it's giving me
Like-
like the $1 Million Man run.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Missing role
You're
player
doing
found. You,
great
you are
work.
now in the proud possession of a 2014 or a 2024 player handbook. And the tumbler.
Woo!
Yay.
Now, let us see.
Make sure to remove Nevar. Never knew.
Just need to fucking find his name.
Yeah, there you go. I believe in
Give me
you.
a.
I mean, you can just roll it, and if it lands
Yeah,
on,
and if it lands on him, we'll
like,
reroll.
re-roll,
That's fine.
make your life a little easier there.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, it's towards the bottom. It's towards the bottom. Found it. Beautiful. There we go.
Been removed.
Control find for the win.
It's
Nice.
incredible.
Now, let us spin once again.
Spin that wheel.
There it is. Look at it go. Look at that fucker spin. What do we got? do we got? What do we got?
John, you 235.
John, you 235. All right.
Congratulations, John Yu.
Congratulations, John. You.
Congrats, bud. Enjoy them dice.
Congratulations, missing role player found. Yeah, brother.
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 Brother, congratulations.
Congratulations.
We shall get in contact with you for your dice.
That was literally exactly one complete play of that soundtrack.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So good.
Like, it was perfectly timed.
Well timed, yeah.
Oh, man. Well, congratulations, John Yu, and congratulations, missing role player found.
Right.
Here's
Yes.
to you guys.
Yay.
Here's
We're
to
officially
you.
the 7th owner of the mythical tumbler.
What is it? It's real man of genius.
We salute you, real men of genius. Tonight we celebrate you, Jorts inventor.
Real rollers of dice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Now, is it the player's handbook or for 2014 or 2024? You can tell us
Yeah.
now. Do you want the 2024 or the 2014 version of that sexy book?
With
Careful.
all the good pages.
Ooh.
Even the sticky ones. Steve will make sure of that.
Oh my god.
What? Okay. I clean it.
Do you?
I mean, no, it's always clean.
There you go.
Just when you get to the angels and demons sections, it might be a little bit weird.
Things get strange.
What? Supernatural's got a hold on me. I can get it, Lucifer.
Well, I'm in
Dusty L
contact with them right
situation.
now, so we'll look at there.
Yeah, we'll follow up.
Ah,
We'll follow up.
ah. Well, what a game!
So we,
What
We'll
a
follow up.
What a good time to be back.
yeah, it is a
Tills.
solid reintroduction. You know, after a couple weeks off. Good session.
It was great.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Damn good session.
I got to do some invest.
Yeah, you got to do some history stuff.
Yeah.
I'm personally proud that I made Steve crack up.
Did, yeah. Lots of good cracking ups in this session.
This was fun.
just
again.
just the complete like sincerity, like be careful out there, and then just
I was
Hey,
originally
listen.
I was originally gonna go up and do it to Hazel, but then I was like, no. You go to Augie. It was like, oh, you're giving her this actual talk and like helping her out, and I'm just like, hey, I want a piece of that crocodile. Bring me back.
Yeah,
Don't let Augie die.
yeah. I didn't expect it to be a like fucking huge crocodile. I expected it to be a regular sized crocodile. Maybe a big one, but huge?
Oh no.
Boy.
Hey, it'd be like that
That's
sometimes, you know?
That's gonna be some
Yeah.
good eatings for sure.
Well, I guess I gotta kill it now, right? That's the
Why, yes.
You can play
let's
this
see what happens,
you
you know?
can play this however you want. There's no wrong
Alright,
answers. Well,
My hip's messing with me.
there may be bad
Um,
answers, but there's no wrong answers.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's raid somebody.
Thank you all. Yes, let's raid somebody. Who shall we raid?
We have
Our
a couple options. We could
Quests
go
and
with
Jests open.
Our quests and jests.
Whole nerd
Quest and
bastards,
Jests.
quest and jest.
There's,
Crazy
the
questers,
quest-
those
quest
natural
key-
ones.
Yeah, tons of them. People are out tonight.
Crazy Questers. Let's do Crazy Questers.
There you go.
Okay. Is someone doing it?
I don't know if I
Not
can.
you.
Can I do it from the
Steve's
thing?
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can. It looked like everyone was typing, so I didn't.
from Restream? No.
From OBS? No. Okay. All right. Never mind.
No, you
I
gotta
can't
do
do
it
it.
from.
Steve's on it.
Okay. Everyone looked like they were typing, so I just wanted to make sure that that wasn't happening. Like,
That's reasonable.
We're not. Crazy questers.
Seriously. So we've got the rest of the week to look forward to. People, these guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
streaming 5 days a week. So
Yeah. Come,
Join
come
us
watch Marco tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
yeah.
yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn tomorrow.
The Witcher on Thursday.
Witcher, that's right. And then
Kingdom Hearts on Saturday.
Kingdom Hearts is on Saturday. You get the
And then Matt,
jump
you're
over
playing
there.
Expedition 33 this Sunday.
This Sunday, I'm going to take on Expedition 33. Hopefully, everything goes well. But yeah,
Fuck
I'm
you.
very excited.
I think
I
you're
need
gonna
something that'll
fucking
take
love
me a
it.
while. I
Yeah.
think so too. I've looked at some stuff and I'm like, yo,
It's gonna be good.
looks dope.
It's gonna be real good.
But yes, come by 7 p.m. tomorrow for the checkpoint, right?
Yeah, the Wednesday checkpoint.
Hell yeah.
Come check in at the Wednesday checkpoint.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Nice little tag.
Yeah. He's got it. He's got it in the bag. And it's gonna be a good old fucking fashion time of him hitting the retry button. I'm just kidding.
Nope,
You're
that's
doing fine.
accurate. That's accurate. I'm playing on ultra hard, and I've been humbled. I've gotten better.
Tough game.
I've
tough
gotten
game.
better. I've been like grinding a little bit off screen. It's a tough game.
We
and
got
also playing the game.
we got 5 seconds. So everybody, bye.
And it
We're
should
out.
have rated.
And it did. It did.